really loved how we volunteered and we just helped people. It really it made me feel like I could make a difference in the world.
The funnest part was getting to know everyone that was on the trip, kind of going into it. I knew everyone's names, but I didn't get to know them on a personal level, so it was really good to get to know all the people that go to church.
Trips. Cool.
Just building the relationships with the people around me, whether it's the people we're helping out or the people we're going on the trip with.
We did a lot of service work. My favorite was probably working in, it was a grocery store kind of set up for people that needed food. And I got to hand it out to them and meet people in the area of Denver, and it was just a really cool experience.
Personally, I like the learning about what the real issues are that people have in their lives and how easy it is to help them.
I enjoyed learning about everybody else and about helping other people during the trip and during the volunteer work, and learning about other people's stories and how they survived through life and how they just went on to do better things with their life and help others. Yeah, awesome. The painting one where we'd actually paint houses for people who needed it done, otherwise they'd get evicted from their houses. And another one was where we'd help with the groceries and help people with that, but that didn't have food all the time, and they'd get food there and we'd help them with that and bring it to their cars and things like that.
We helped ones that got kids shoes and some that fed kids, or some we got jackets for kids for the winter. It's an experience that we don't get much often, and we can go out somewhere, help people that no one knows. We don't know their background, their story, none of that matters. We just can help them out and don't have to worry about the bad stuff at that time for us or for them.
Trips.
I think to realize that we're very privileged and these people aren't so privileged, so we should help them as many chances as we get.
I would say I enjoyed pretty much the whole thing, I wouldn't say there was one thing that was was a high point. For me, it was the whole thing. Even, the car drives or the long days, in the sun, just helping people out. The whole experience was that high for me. The first day we were there, we painted a lady's house. That was really fun. We helped in a garden, just picking some weeds, planting some stuff, and those are all going to go to a nonprofit food bank, if I recall.
And I liked getting to know everyone in the church community on a personal level, and those are the things that I guess really stuck out for me.
Cool.
It really helps us with our future and figuring out things we can do to not only help other people but also help ourselves in our future lives.
It makes me feel really good and just a better person, and it makes me feel closer to the people I'm with and help understand what other people went through and stuff like that. It shows another side of the world that you don't always see and that you really need to learn about in life, that it's not easy and that you really have to learn about the struggles that other people go through, and to try and help them is a major thing in life. And if you are higher up, that you need to help other people that are not so lucky as you.
The food shelter that we went to, I forget what it's called, but it was really hot out and we were giving out freezies and we were just really grateful. There was food, clothes, toilet paper, toothbrushes, all that stuff. It was just really fun.
And just, listening to their stories, and for me, and I think everyone is that, just, hearing their stories and helping out, for me, that was just my favorite part about it. Going into the trip, I was not super excited about it, I'm a homebody, and, I've never, been, without my parents, or just, it is such a great experience, and it was a great community.
I think maybe painting the house. I really loved painting the house, and then seeing her reaction, it just warmed my heart, because it really helps us realize what we can do for the world, and that it's not just us. And even though we're not gonna have not gonna be there for a long time, we can make a little impact that might change someone's life.
Because it really gives us perspective of what it's like to not have much of anything, and it really makes you like think differently about the world. Just that it's a lot of fun. If you're a freshman, really look into it. We would love to get to know you, and it's just a good time.
It is, I've said a lot before, but it is the single greatest experience of my life, so far, and it's just, so anyone thinking about it, I think you should definitely come. It's going to be a fun time.